Hey, welcome to 23 Degrees Sideways, Coyote in the Highlands. One of the things that I notice about the enlightenment world, or this meditation, yoga, whatever modern hippie world, is that it's very negative, which is amusing because it's also very positive. But you've aligned yourself, or the social maps have aligned everyone into these camps, these widely separated camps. And if you believe in enlightenment and the brotherhood of man and all of that stuff, then you're sitting here in the same side of the tent, in the same room, in the same meetings, in the same retreats and workshops with the people who believe that the planet is doomed, that humanity is a stain on the universe, that everything is awful and evil, that you live a life of ultimate continuous guilt because every decision you make is killing somebody and your only choice is who's gonna die. Whoa! Maybe we shouldn't be aligned with those people. Like, I get that they want a green planet. They say they do. They want environmental change. They want climate justice. They want whatever. They say these things, but they never act or behave, or they're not doing anything. Not doing anything positive. These. We've got the Extinction Rebellion, the Meat Rebellion, the Every Single Thing Rebellion people in the UK now. Not so big in the US because in the US people don't tend to just allow some of this stuff to happen. You know, they're advertising eco-terrorism to teach people a lesson through pain. And I'm like, no. Let's not go there, okay? Why is the Enlightenment community so stuck with these people? I don't engage with that a whole lot. I got stuck in it for a couple of days with this thinky threads of why humans can't be equally valued and why I have to get trapped into. They kept trying to trap me into this place where I would have to make a preferential decision based on utilitarianism, and I'm like, humans get to decide human stuff. That's how it goes. But why are we connected that deeply? Like, what is it that pushes those groups together? And why aren't we helping with the positivity aspect of that? I mean, I really think the environmental movement needs some positivity. You need to celebrate some of the stuff that we've managed, that we've accomplished, and not in the we've shut down this or we told these people no, but celebrate like positive things. There has to be a positivity in your life that isn't based on shutting someone else down, calling someone else a shithead, or making someone else's life shittier. Please figure this out. And that's one of my big problems with the doomer side and the environmentalist side, is that there's never a lot of real joy involved, and that's always problematic to me, So I'm sitting here, I'm supposed to feel bad about whatever it is I consume because I'm killing someone and because it's something else and because the world is going to suffer in poverty and a child mortality crisis because we haven't eliminated it completely, only by 95% over the past couple hundred years. Celebrate the wins. This is a recurring message, so I'm going to get into the message right now. Celebrate the wins. Find the positive things. Talk about the positive things. Make it a point. Find your groups. Find your groups to do Zoom calls or whatever. I'm not very good at that right now. I need more people involved. But gather some positive stuff and talk about the positive stuff. Something positive, Express it, especially these big global things. What's positive about healthcare over the past 100 years? What's positive about, hygiene, standards of living, no starvation. There's functionally no starvation. What are the positives? What are the things that you can say? We've increased the standard of living such that poverty is now considered to be something completely different from what it used to be. It's not, oh, you eat you eat spoiled food once every 4 days or something. That's not poverty anymore. That's like bizarrely weird far end of the bell curve stuff. That's political activism. It's not poverty anymore. Celebrate the good stuff. Find ways to talk about it. If you're working inside of yourself and you're not doing this on a Zoom call or Twitter or Instagram or whatever, posting positive things, because I want you to really work on that. In your social engagements, Zoom calls are a wonderful way. Going to the bar, cafe, I don't drink much. Once a year, twice a year now. But go to a bar. They're actually still fun on occasion. Go to a cafe, go to a place and have a "this is cool" conversation. This is so awesome conversation. Work on that. The world is in an amazing place. We are sitting on so much abundance that we could change the lives of every human on the planet for the better in a noticeable fashion without taking anything away from anyone else. That's how good it is. Talk about it. Manifest it. It's there. It's already in the world. Manifesting it isn't so much a matter of creating it out of nothing in some hippy-dippy meditate on a crystal thing. Crystals are cool. What it is, in this case, manifesting means actually just behaving as if the reality is real, because it's there. It's right in front of you. We throw away stuff because we don't recognize its utility or usefulness or recyclability or whatever. We throw away more wealth than most of humanity has had through most of history. And that's not a negative statement. We are the globe as a whole. Our overall wealth is such that we throw away things that would be unimaginable a couple hundred years ago. So that's super positive, dude. That's where we're at. So try to do this. If you have to do this inside of yourself, make a positive statement. Make a positive statement. Let's do this one as a gratefulness exercise, okay? You are grateful. Or a positive note exercise. This is something positive I found out. Positive stuff. Write down a couple of things and read them aloud every day. If you do this on a post for social media, that's fine too. Just one or two positive things. Start easy, okay? But get a couple positive things every day. You may have to research. You may have to find a positive news site. There are some. You may have to start using your Google searches a little differently, or DuckDuckGo searches, or whatever curated censorship engine, because there doesn't seem to be a non-censorship search engine anymore. But find some positive stuff and say it, write it down. You can start really small, like I have a bed. I don't have to worry about bed bugs. That's an amazing thing, and it's not that no one has to worry about bed bugs. There are massive bed bug problems all over the world. But for most of us, the majority of us, we don't actually have to wake up every morning worrying about it. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty amazing. Think about that. Positives. Find the positives. You don't have to carry a chamber pot to the toilet every morning or something like that, or to the common open air sewer. Think of the positives. There are so many positives. You have a flush toilet. You probably have a flush toilet. If you don't, you probably still have a pit latrine or something. If you're off grid and you are using a composting toilet, that's even better. But you have something like that. You have a phone. You have a computer. Like all these positive things, right? We have access to resources. We can go grocery shopping and actually pick what we want to eat. Just think about this stuff and go through. Most of the world can do this. Most of the poorer populations in most of the world can go to the local store and pick what they want to eat. Imagine that. We've done so much for so many. Positive. Get the positives out there. And, try to spread them out in the community a little bit. And this includes all of you dissident right people. That's a big lizard. My other side of the fence here. all the preppers, all the homesteaders, all the veterans, our side too, or that side, or whatever. I'm on all sides at this point. But our side too. The positives. We've done so much stuff. Look over the past 30 years. Look at the freedoms that we've gained. Look at all the positives. Spread them around. Think about them. As a mental exercise, I want you to just make sure that you state these things. Find them and state them every day. Just a couple things. There are positives. There's tons of positives. Find them and focus on them, and then maybe you won't live your life walking around wondering who's dying because you turned left instead of right at the corner. That's crazy. Stay sideways.